Demons POV. I woke up to feel Lo's arms wrapped around me, keeping me close. I looked down, then I got an idea. I slid out of his grasp, then crawled downstairs into the bathroom, where I closed and locked the door. I picked up the knife on the say, and I held it in my hands. They shook, imagining the punishment O would give me. My breathing quickened as I saw him in my head, whipping me and torturing me in whatever way he wanted. I took a deep breath, then sliced open my wrists. Sangwoo's POV. I woke up to see that Bum was gone. I quickly sat up, starting to panic. He's probably gone to make breakfast or needed to pee. I took a deep, shaky breath and walked downstairs. I looked in the kitchen, he wasn't there. I looked in the basement, still no sign. I finally went to the bathroom door, then tried opening it. It was locked. He's doing something in there. Bum, you okay? Why yeah. Just having a pee. I can hear his voice crack. He was lying. I knew I shouldn't have installed that fucking lock. I bust open the door, and gasped. Bum was looking down in shame, and there was a puddle of blood at both sides of him. Blood was rushing down his wrists. I got some gauze and put it on all the cuts, making him hiss in pain. He sniffled and I rubbed his back with one hand. He suddenly buried his face into my chest and started sobbing. My throat tightened as I was about to cry, but I fought the tears and comforted him whilst bandaging his arms. Yunam's POV. I buried my face in his chest and started sobbing. I was in shame. He bandages my arms and I could feel his hands were shaking slightly. I was a sobbing mess, and I couldn't get myself to man up and stop. He softly lifted my head up to look at him, then he kissed me softly. I couldn't help but to melt into the kiss. I loved him so much I wish he wouldn't hurt me. What felt like forever, it was actually 3 minutes that passed before I calmed down. He stopped kissing me and carried me to his bed. He hugged me protectively and kissed my cheek occasionally. I loved how gentle he could be, but it rarely happened. Superscript A superscript A superscript A time SKIP superscript A superscript A superscript A. Sangwoo's POV. I went to the store after locking the door and all my torture tools, so Bum wouldn't hurt himself. I got him some paper and crayons so he could draw in his spare time. I walked inside and looked around. I saw a handsome young boy, Bum's age. But Bum was so much better looking than this chimp. I walked up to him and started flirting. It appears I have another victim to kill. Yunam's POV. I drew for a while. Sangwoo walked in. He quickly took me into the basement and closed the door. All I heard from then on was some laughing, O's handsome, sexy laugh and a strange boy's laugh too. I got so bored that I started scratching a letter onto the wall. My nails began to crack, but I didn't care at all. I suddenly heard a crash, then a small boy, looking my age, fall down the stairs. Looks like we have a victim that O wants to kill. Sangwoo walked in with his boxers and blue apron on. He looked so handsome. The boy was naked and looked terrified. Look, Bum, someone you can kill. I gulped, shaking. He flirted with me. Stop, he thought we were gonna have sex. No, don't, please shut up. He sucked me off. It was terrible, even you do a better job. He then walked out when he knew I was angry. The door slammed shut, and I felt a weird sensation run through me. I wanted to kill him. I twitched, then unlocked a cupboard with the key O gave me before forcing me here. I grabbed a knife, then grinned. I saw a small camera, and I waved at it. The boy pleaded and begged to be freed, but that will never happen on whilst he's here. I hung him by his wrists, then I forced his legs open. I forced the knife in his asshole, then cut it open. I licked the blood, then I raped him. Soon after, I got pliers, then started pulling his teeth and nails out. I laughed insanely. I couldn't control myself. I loved this. I cut his tongue off, then licked it. It was bloody. I somehow craved for his blood. I started slicing him all over, licking the blood every once in a while to satisfy myself. I laughed insanely again, as the life of the boy slipped away. Subscribe to the channel MANGASLOW. To be continued.